What's up, guys? It's your boy XC1 back at it again with another banger of a video. In this one, we're going to do a small little quality of life feature, or QoL Feature Showcase, because it's pretty banging of a feature and I just discovered it. Also, Lilith leaked their own future Esper intentions. Let's jump into what I mean. So this cool new quality of life feature is nestled in the Esper tab. Obviously, as you play Dislyte and grow your account, and the longer you play, the more Espers you acquire and the resonances with a bunch of different effects and whatnot. As you can see here, we're scrolling through, there's like 170 Espers in the game at this point, so it might be harder to sort your Espers as time goes on. I've noticed it, a couple of my friends have noticed it, and they've been slowly but surely improving this tab here in the bottom right, where you can filter your Espers with a bunch of different criteria, as you can see here: fighter, defender, support, controller, etc., with the elements, etc., their rarity, etc. But what they did with this patch here, so let me scroll down here and show you these three new criteria that they added to the filter to allow you to filter your Espers better: captain ability, combat system, and mythology. So basically, mythology is anything that's in the material lab that's grouped together. So for example, Comedic Stone mythology. If you go to Comedic Stone in the Material Lab, where it gives you buffs and upgrades, these are all the Espers that are used in the Comedic Stone Material Lab node. And why I think that's cool is that you can go to the Comedic Stone, just an example here, and of course the Material Lab requirements are Divinate, ability levels, resonances, and etc. So instead of going to the Material Lab, you can go ahead and scroll through here and see what you're missing. So for example, I'm missing Uday Divinate 6, which may or may not be used in Comedic Stone. So you go ahead and back out of the Esper list here. You can go to Material Lab and you can find Comedic Stone, the example I was using, and we're going to look for Uday. And here's Uday, and I have her maxed out. So for an example, it would be different if I didn't have her maxed out, and let's say I was using Elliot as an example. I can quickly look at the fact that I didn't have his ability max in Divinate Tier 4 in the Esper list under Comedic Stone. So it helps you sort out your Espers slightly more to see what else you want to build on. Like for example, in the Material Lab, these boosts really do help out and beep out, knockout, triple threat, etc. And continuing the showcase of the quality of life feature, we can see here that it shows captain ability for the effective environment. General is just like every stage. Clearing stages is like towers. So we can see here that we have Yamato, because he has a tower Calamity Island leader. Club War is triple threat. You can see here triple threat HP increase on Elliot. And the arena means PvP that isn't, and as you can see here, the arena filter is for basically every combat, like point war, knockout, and beep out, that is not triple threat, because as you can see, Club War is triple threat. And you know what else was pointed out to me / I noticed? I don't know where the hell I'm going to put this into the video, because the video is pretty streamlined and straightforward. But if you go to Trials and for some reason you want to not use your own equipment, which is not a good idea whatsoever, you can see here, if I go to change set, they have blessing set on here. And now if you were old like me and have been playing Dislyte for 2+ years, you'll remember the blessing set. And the blessing set's effects is increases speed of allied Espers afflicted with disables by 50 speed. So it's 50 speed. That's a lot. That's basically Toland's buff, and that's why Toland is so good. So this set was from Fafnir, and they removed it a long time ago. Like I said, I'm an old player. But yeah, just keep an eye out for that. Maybe a bunch of new changes are coming. It also ties in with the leaks that I showed you. Also, have a good day. Bye-bye. So on to the gourmet meat of the bone part of the video. It's a slight leak on their case. There's a couple menus in the game that are mistranslated and whatnot. Like for example, Meta Li Ling's Resonance 1 doesn't mention that it's using the resonances from the original Li Ling to boost his stats in the global version, but on the China version it does for some reason. Yeah, so without further ado, we can go into combat system and we can see all the buffs, debuffs, and special buffs here. And if you click on them, it'll show you the Espers that give these buffs, obviously. So we're going to go to debuff, and you can see here that at the bottom right, Amnesia. We don't have Amnesia in game. No other current Espers on your roster. What is Amnesia? This is my first gacha game, so I'm not sure about like other games that have the Amnesia debuff and whatnot, or like Pokemon, for example. But you can see here it says Amnesia, and if you get your attention to the top left of this interface I have open, there's two buffs here: Act Down and Resist Down. There is no debuffs that give accuracy down and resist down in PvP, or any Esper that gives that currently. So as you can see here, there's 3 debuffs that they currently leaked themselves on this update. It could mean nothing, or the Celestial Anomaly Shimmer has accuracy down, resist down, or amnesia buff. So save your shimmer records. That's really about it for the video. This quality of life feature is pretty cool because people like to not read, me included. But you can sort your espers if you're having trouble beating somebody in point war or etc. in PvE stages even, and you want to try a build. You can go ahead and select these filters and see what espers you have on your roster that are built or whatnot, and what buffs and debuffs they have more clearly. Also, the leaks are pretty cool, so save your shimmer records, because I'm not going to lie to you, these accuracy down, resist down is going to be huge. Maybe it doesn't matter if Sakura's on your team though, because she can resist buffs, but amnesia's kind of wicked. I wonder what that is. Anyways, without further rambling and making the video longer than it needs to be, I hope you guys have a good day, have a good rest of your week, and peace out. Bye!